Hi, nice to see everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, this afternoon, or this evening. I know we have lots of participants across the globe joining us for a really exciting webinar today regarding the use of training on the Vuzix M400s, TeleVue software, and training in laparoscopy procedures. So we're very, very excited to have you join. Thank you for your interest. We have a great team of people here today that are excited to share this technology with you. First, my name is Marshall Sellers. I'm the Executive Director of Ohana One, and I will give you an overview in just a few minutes. I want to introduce my team that's with us today helping out. Megan Demijohn is our physician coordinator. So some of you have interfaced with Megan when you're getting your glasses and technologies set up, and she's the interface with everybody. Jeannie Bray is also here today, and she is our partnership development and business development manager, and she's on as well. And Maggie Bowman is behind the scenes usually helping us with all of our marketing efforts, and marketing encompasses lots of things that she does for us, as well as producing and helping out with the webinar. So thank you, Maggie and team Ohana One that is here with us. I'd also like to introduce Brian Callis and Mike Hallett. They are with Vuzix, and they'll be here today to answer questions and to talk about the software that we use, the M400s. And we are very excited to have Dr. Jarful Hanan, one of our super surgeons, as I like to call him, is really, really incredibly active in training, and we will be hearing from him in just a few moments. So again, thank you so much. I thought what we would do today first is sort of start by doing a very brief overview of Ohana One and our program, and why we feel like this is a really important mission that we're on. And then we'll go into the technology and get talking to Dr. Hanan and his mentees, who we'll introduce in a few minutes, about their really amazing work and cutting edge training. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and hope everybody can see it. So Ohana One has been around for several years now, and we actually, many of us came out of doing surgical mission work where we really felt like there needed to be more of a connection between our mission trips and ongoing dialogue with specific surgeons and staff, because everybody, when they would travel, felt like they were meeting friends and they wanted to do more. They actually wanted to stay and not necessarily return to their day jobs. They really felt that they could do a lot with their colleagues in these really amazing environments. And so what we were looking for was a way to connect people between trips, between visits, to utilize technology for training that could continue to go on outside of the scope of sort of a regular mission visit. And through the use of smart glasses, specifically with the Vuzix M400s and software by TeleVue, we're able to connect surgeons all over the world in utilizing this particular technology. And so we recognize that there is a surgical shortage, and by doing something in the technology field to connect everybody, we really felt like that would be a great way to build infrastructure and long-lasting relationships. And we feel that caring for the patient helps one patient, but training the surgeon helps thousands of patients. And I think that this is our nexus. This is really where we live and think about the actual specific training that the surgeons can provide for each other. And what Ohana does is we provide the technology to make that happen. And we've been doing this for quite a long time. We actually started working with smart glasses back in 2014 and have perfected it since then. And we commit to sharing a network, leveraging our remote solutions. We work on a mentor-mentee model, which you'll hear about in a bit. And it's really all about equity and access and making sure everyone has the ability to receive their training, to have that mentorship, to build that friendship, no matter where they're located. We have right now about 175 surgeons that are on our platform utilizing our hardware and software. We are in 49 countries. We have 9 specialties, and we've got about 8 use cases. So we're very excited about the expansion that we've been doing. We work with the doctors to provide hardware and software for them for humanitarian purposes so that they are able to teach one another. So you can see from this particular slide, the mentor here at the top, Dr. David Culber, is working with his mentee, Dr. Pedro Santos in Mozambique. And we also see here that Dr. Mark Meyerson is mentoring his mentee in Pakistan, and he's utilizing the software through his tablet, and we'll talk more about that. So this allows us, through the software, the mentee is the one that wears the glasses in the operating environment, and the mentor can be mentoring from anywhere through their phone or their tablet or their laptop. And so we're very excited. We really feel like this has helped surgical training scale and grow. And we are on a wonderful path. We love partnering with our organizations, and there's more to come in the end when we provide some Q&A. I noticed that we also have Ryan Delarmy on, who is the CEO of TeleVue. So welcome, Ryan. And for the interest of time, I'm just going to jump right into the slides that Ryan had provided to us in advance. And again, we will be talking with Dr. Hanan and his team. So Ryan, unless you want me to do this, we just have a quick few minutes before we give Dr. Hanan the floor. But I can, we can walk through this setup. What would you prefer?
Please go ahead. You're doing a great job.
Okay, thank you. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So what we're really talking about is outfitting teams with the ability inside an operative environment, but also for pre-op, post-op, maybe patient care. You can utilize the technology for lots of different environments. But in this particular use case, we're going to talk about the operative environment where there's the need to utilize the scope and be able to see the scope. So within the OR, there is a screen view box and tablet, and the physician is wearing, as you can see over here, a pair of smart glasses. Now, these are the M400s, and through this hardware is the TeleVue software, and also through the screen view box is the TeleVue software. You can see this is the operative environment here, and what the mentor is wearing on their end and being able to watch what the mentee is doing is the several feeds that are going on. So you've got the patient feed, and you've also got the scope feed as well. And that screen view can be hooked up to a microscope. It can be hooked up to any kind of scope device where the mentor on the other end needs to see what you're doing from afar. And so you can see that the detail gets here. These are still images, but we are talking about everything is actually live, and you'll see that in a video in a few moments. But what's really wonderful is that if you're teaching and I'm watching it through a tablet or a laptop, I have the ability to see the complete picture, which is really important, and not just something that if you're holding up a phone or you're trying to get various views, but this is a complete, robust software that really allows the mentor to see everything that mentee is doing. And so it gets really pretty specific. And the mentor can also upload DICOM images that can be utilized as well. So with that, that's just a very general overview. And I would like to, at this time, introduce Dr. Jarful Hanan, who has been teaching laparoscopy surgeries in Bangladesh to his colleagues. And he is been mentoring many people, including two that are joining us to talk about their work, Dr. Fatima Saeed and Dr. Samuel Hassan. And so, Dr. Hanan, thank you so much. We call you a super surgeon for a reason. You have absolutely embraced this technology, these Vuzix smart glasses, the TeleVue software, and you've created your own nonprofit because you're so excited about all this training and what you've been able to do for your colleagues and your friends in Bangladesh. Welcome.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome you all from Bangladesh. Today's webinar is co-hosted by 101 and Vuzix. The topic is remote laparoscopy training in Bangladesh. I am Dr. Jarful Hanan, mentor of this program. Since 2007, I have been offering training on laparoscopy to young surgeons, mostly pediatric surgeons. Few general surgeons and gynecologists also came to my center. And some of them were from abroad. You may be aware that surgical practitioners spend entire careers learning and perfecting their techniques so that they can improve the patient's lives. However, training can be both costly and resource intensive, and practitioners in low resource settings have very limited access to newer innovations and simulation-based training. There are technologies to address this issue by reducing travel costs and not disrupting the routine schedules of the experts. This technology works on principle of remote assistance, and this has boom during the COVID pandemic out of necessity. I have been in contact with many technology providers who help me train young pediatric surgeons of Bangladesh on laparoscopy remotely. I was lucky to find 101 International Surgical Aid and Education, which believes caring for the patient helps one, caring for the surgeon helps thousands. I do agree with them. They have got this surgical site smart glass program, which is delivering their services. And 101 was kind enough to arm us with Vuzix 400, M400, and TeleVue software solutions. Now, how remote assistance works in laparoscopy training? The usual practice was trainees wear glasses and mentors give guidance remotely. In our module, we have reversed the role. The surgeon wears the uses glasses with a headband. A Google Pixel phone is connected to the laparoscope. Both the devices are connected to software suite via Wi-Fi. A link is generated and shared with mentees. They then use their devices like mobile phone, laptop, or tab, click on the link and join the session. There are some pictures. The TeleVue suite, the IC suite is in my laptop. I am generating the link and copy it sent to the mentees via email, and they then click on the link and join, and they can see like this. The beauty of this technology is the interactive conversations during the session between the mentor and mentees. Mentees can ask questions, they can raise questions, and they can make suggestions to the mentor. Some use cases, short videos you can see. বুঝেছো ব্যাপারটা? এটা তোমার আমরা এখন যেটা করব এখান থেকে কি বন্ধ করে দিয়েছেন স্যার? পিছনের মুখটা বন্ধ করিনি, কারণ ওটা বন্ধ করলে গ্লাভস ঢুকাতে ডিফিকাল্ট হবে, ওখানে এয়ার ট্র্যাপ হয়ে গ্লাভস ঢুকতে এয়ার থেকে যাবে। আমার কথা বুঝেছো? এয়ার ট্র্যাপিং হবে, এয়ার ট্র্যাপিং হলে ওই গ্লাভসটা আমি এই পোর্ট দিয়ে ঢুকাতে পারবো না, তাইলে আরেক যুদ্ধ। Another one. Like I said, you can see, and this white thing in test is, we will put another port, then we will decide. Left-sided deeping mineral ring is closed. Can you see? Yes, sir. There is no opening. Okay, but there is. We try to avoid. Left side টেস্টিসটা তো স্যার ভালো আছে, লেফট সাইডে তো টেস্টিস আছে স্যার, কোনটা ভাই? টেস্টিস আছে, but you have seen that it is not well developed. Yeah, so we can.
স্যার ওপেনিং যদি করি তাহলে কি আর টকার টুকানো দরকার আছে স্যার?
So you can see that session becomes truly immersive and gives a genuine feeling of empowerment to both mentor and mentees. And it virtually places the mentees from remote locations into the operating theater. Mentor continues operating as usual, only need to spend a little more time to explain things to the mentees if necessary. From my experience, I can say that it is not much extra burden for the mentor. So far, we have done about 50 use cases, mostly in children. And these are the few operations we have been doing. These are few photographs taken by the mentees during the session. This is from my operation theater. So far, I can say it has become a customizable and reproducible training module as an extension of the hands-on training program. If we combine our remote laparoscopy training with short stay hands-on training and a training on boxes by the mentees at their own pace, at their working places or at home, it will give them enough confidence to start their practice independently. Now we can hear what the mentees say Dr. Fatima Said.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Fatima Said, currently working as an assistant professor of pediatric urology in Dhaka Medical College Hospital. Today I'm going to share my incredible experience of using tele-innovation, which has brought the surgeon and his trainee in a virtual operating room, no matter where they live. This opportunity has provided us to witness surgery, especially laparoscopic procedures, in real time, allowing us to gain insight and knowledge that textbook or YouTube video cannot provide alone. The ability to interact with our professors during the procedures is also a beneficial point of this technology. This helped us to increase our understanding and make us more expert and efficient in surgical field. I would like to thank Professor Zakir Hanan Sir for taking this initiative and including us in his team. Hopefully, we can bring a better future in surgical training in Bangladesh. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. I'm Dr. Samir Hassan. I'm a pediatric surgeon. I work in Bangladesh Shishu Hospital and Institute. It's the largest pediatric hospital of the country. And we do almost 5,000 pediatric surgical procedures every year. Unfortunately, less than 2% of these procedures are laparoscopic. Because of inadequate training and trained supervision, lack of trained supervision, the laparoscopic surgery in children in our hospital is lagging behind. I first started training under Professor Jafar Hanan sir in 2020. That was a hands-on training in pediatric laparoscopic surgery. Actually, the training was very basic. After that, I started doing basic procedures in pediatric laparoscopic surgery like laparoscopy, herniectomy, appendectomy, uncomplicated appendectomy, and undescended testes. And I was doing that individually. But when Professor Jafar Hanan sir introduced the remote laparoscopic training using physics class, that was just amazing. That revolutionized actually the concept of surgical training. And now we can watch Professor Jafar Hanan doing laparoscopic surgery almost every day, and we can learn the tips and tricks of pediatric laparoscopic surgery. And the tips and tricks that we learn every day, it is beyond the area of the hands-on training for a limited duration. But what I feel most important that my mentor can see while I am operating, because I don't have the class, and if I had the class, I could do this operation using this class, and my mentor would see the operation, and he could guide me from his center, and it would be a revolutionary change. It would increase my number of laparoscopic surgery. It could increase my confidence during performing laparoscopic surgery. And more children in this low socioeconomic condition, they would get access to laparoscopic surgery more. And that's why I request the stakeholders to come forward with the idea of with this idea, and engaging with the companies to get more class and more training and more mentors in this field that could change the concept of surgical training. Thank you very much.
Thank you both Fatima Said and Samuel Hassan, the real champions of this remote laparoscopy program. They spend their personal time, even on holidays, to join This training program has mutual benefit. For mentor can also learn from the mentees because mentees are from different institutions and from different college of teachings. So mentor can also learn from them. I want to give some credits to my friend Professor Ashraful Kajol, head of the Department of Pediatric Surgery in Dhaka Medical College, the largest medical college in Bangladesh, and his department has 65 pediatric surgeons working there. He has been a constant inspiration for me to introduce this technology in Bangladesh. I want to thank Professor Alok Nandi, my anesthesiologist. Without him, I could not have continued with this program for so long. He has been very patient and cooperating. Keep the patients quiet so that I can do my operations and teaching simultaneously. And Kabur Surit Jafrul, he has been a tremendous help regarding technology. Without him, I would not have been able to even initiate this program. And of course, one gets the lion's share of my gratitude. Bhuzik and Telugu, I thank them for their technology and software solutions, and these three organizations have been providing tremendous support during this whole period to make the program a success. We have been sharing our experience physically to Dhaka Medical College, and this is Dhaka Neonatal Hospital. And also in the social media like LinkedIn and Facebook, which has created enough buzz. And I think this is helping us grow. Dhaka Medical College and Bangladesh Hospital, they have shown interest to get the devices. This can be useful for other surgical specialties, and there is some interest from them. And received requests across beyond the border from young surgeons from other countries to join this program. As Dr. Fatima Saeed has said, no YouTube video gives confidence like learning from a mentor. So if you are interested, you can join our program as a mentor or mentee. Thank you all. Before I leave, please enjoy the longer video of our program.
আসার কথা আমার এখানে দেখাচ্ছে
Dr. Hanan, thank you so much. That was just, it's super incredible. You're just, like I said, I think you've really embraced the technology at its core to really utilize that. I want to, first of all, I love your logo for HelloSurg, your new nonprofit. Because of the demand of what you're doing, you created a nonprofit. You're so generous with your training and so generous with your sharing and making sure that you reach as many surgeons as possible. And we're just so impressed and pleased, but not surprised, because when we first talked to you, you really had a genuine heart for wanting to train. So thank you for sharing all of that as well. You brought up a couple of really good points in your video, that it's really important. Like the training, you can watch videos on YouTube, You can even do the demos in the sim labs, but to really have that one-on-one colleague, and if they can't be in the room, they can be there remotely while you're working on a case together. I know a lot of times it's just developing friendship and maybe sharing ideas, and like you said, making suggestions, and all of that that's included, I think is really important as well. And this is all done in real time, so you're able to in real time sort of solve challenges together, think about it and really take those cases on. And I think it's important for us to also mention that when you're inviting people into the operative environment through these glasses, they don't necessarily need to be on for the very beginning when you're opening, or the very end when you're closing. It's really getting to the heart of the technique, the procedure itself, and what's doing. And what I loved, even in the slides that you did, was the high definition. I mean, there was a few things that were very, very graphic. You could really see the detail, and I think that that's a big attribute of the TeleView software, that it allows that kind of detail to be seen. That's very important, that those views can be seen. So I know that we have questions, but I thought since I think I may have skipped them quickly over the beginning, and I don't want to do that, if Ryan from TeleView and Brian and Mike want to just say something from the perspective of Vuzix and TeleView before we open it up to questions, because I think they'll be helpful in answering questions from the group. So Brian, you want to jump in? And Brian's from Vuzix, and he's got his colleague Mike on the line as well.
Thanks, Marcel. Yeah, super impressed with this. Love seeing the way that the Vuzix technology, the smart glasses, paired up with the TeleView software, can be applied to real-world applications, helping people. Just wanted a brief overview that Vuzix does manufacture the smart glasses hardware. We've been working with Ryan at TeleView for several years, and Marcel and the Ohana One team. We are happy to be a part of this. We continue to support all of the doctors and surgeons around the world. And we have a product line of different smart glasses. The M400 is key here, and it provides the perfect combination of power and wearability for the surgeons. So thanks, everyone.
Yeah, and some of the other applications include remote maintenance and tech, which like welding, for instance, or remote repair, which really you're thinking about anytime you really need someone to be with you, whether you're fixing a hernia or you're fixing something in a manufacturing situation or troubleshooting. And that's really what we're talking about, is pairing people together that can come together to say, hey, we've got something that we're trying to address here. So great partners, been with Vuzix for a really long time. They have a superior product, super affordable, easy to carry around. It's just it fits the use cases wonderful. So yeah. And Ryan, from the TeleView perspective, would you like to say a few words before we open it up to Q&A?
Absolutely. Well, they say pictures are worth 1,000 words. So Dr. Hanan and the team did justice to the whole technology piece, both hardware and software. So thank you for bringing up those great use cases. We're just happy to be part of this program, and we're looking forward to working with Dr. Hanan furthermore and expanding his use cases. So job well done. Thank you so much.
Great. Wonderful. Okay, well, thank you so much, and appreciate it. I see that Dr. Hassan is on. Is there anything that Dr. Hassan would you like to share as a mentee? It was nice to see you on the video.
Hello, thank you very much. So, I'm very much grateful to my mentor, Professor Jaful Hanan, who can you hear me?
We can. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, okay, thank you. I'm very much grateful to my mentor, Professor Jaful Hanan, who taught me pediatric laparoscopic surgery, the basics, and now teaching me the advanced techniques and tricks in pediatric laparoscopic surgery. And we started our journey in 2020, and now as I can watch Professor Hannan doing laparoscopic surgery almost every day, as I told in the recorded video. Now I'm more confident, and actually I'm doing a laparoscopic surgery every week. Now we try to keep 1 or 2 cases every day in our schedule, and in laparoscopy, which was unbelievable previously, because we were a bit shaky. We had less confidence. That's why we tried to avoid laparoscopic surgery. But as we can see every day, our mentor, it boosted our confidence, and we are providing this service to the children. What I feel that the cost of this technology is still too high for the, countries like us, for surgeons like us to afford. So I was discussing with Professor Hannan that if we can manage some sponsors, like some non-government organization, or the companies, they are manufacturers, if they can collaborate together, then we could use these classes as a mentee, and that would help us to do more complicated cases with the supervision of the mentors. And this is what I tried to include. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. That's exactly what we like to hear, is you know, that it creates the opportunity for more training and more usability. We all feel more confident when we get to practice more and we get more teaching. And I think this isn't a substitution for all of the other teaching. This is part of the comprehensive teaching that comes from everything put together in all of the different modalities. I think that that's the most important thing. There's a few things that I thought that we could address, just because they're usually pretty common questions. And then I think we've got some people with their hands raised, and Maggie can help us with those. The first is the Wi-Fi. So what you have, well, let me back up a little bit. So regarding Ohana One, what we do is we work with nonprofit organizations, NGOs, such as HelloSurg, and surgeons that are doing humanitarian work, that would like to utilize this technology. So we'll have an initial conversation with you, get to know the type of work that you're doing, what kinds of cases you're doing, and talk about the technology, both the hardware that we've talked about with the Vuzix, in this case, the M400s, which are the high definition glasses for this type of surgery. And if you're utilizing a scope, then there's another piece of hardware that we use regarding the box and the tablet to be able to see the double feeds. And so the idea through the combination of the hardware of Vuzix and the TeleVue software is that we can package these together and provide them to either the mentor or the mentee to be able to utilize in their environment. And up to 6 people can be on the call at the same time. So like Dr. Hannan had said, multiple mentors can join, multiple mentees can join. You can have visitors join. In some cases, you might have a donor or your hospital supervisor or someone else that might want to join to see the technology in action. That's always really wonderful. The Wi-Fi, I'm sure that we can talk about that. And there's different ways that the Wi-Fi can be addressed, and I'll have Ryan talk about that in a way, because we can utilize that through the software. The software also allows for the mentor or the person watching to be able to adjust the lighting. So let's say the OR lights are causing a bounce. There's some kind of a glare coming off. that can be adjusted through the software, as can the focus, which is also really nice, especially if you're watching and you see something you don't want to be distracting to the person in the operating room. You can actually ask the system to specifically focus on something that you want to see without having the person scrubbed in, take that on. Anything that is done through the glasses by default is video recorded. That can be stopped at any time. It doesn't have to be recorded. But if you do choose to do the video recordings, they're put into a HIPAA compliant backend, which you can assess or access after the session is over and download those like Dr. Hanan does for his own efforts. TeleView also provides blurring technologies, and so we make sure that the patient's privacy is protected in that way. And that's the other reason why we say, it's when you want to have somebody come onto the glasses, you can prep the patient, drape the patient, get them ready to go, and then you can say, hey, this is a 25-year-old male, or in this case, a 6-month-old infant male presenting with inguinal hernia, that kind of thing. So you're able to protect the privacy of that. All of those recordings, like I said, are kept in that back end for you to get at any time. So Ryan, do you want to talk about the Wi-Fi? That is something that comes up pretty regularly. And then I think Maggie said she's got some people with their hands raised, and so we can see if they have anything they'd like to add.
Absolutely. As you can imagine, technologies like ours, think of the smart glasses like your smartphone. You need some sort of a connectivity to be able to operate it. And the Wi-Fi connectivity, what sometimes in the ORs is not that great. So we do have a couple of solutions for that. One is you could always use a cellular hotspot, much like your cell phone or these cellular modems. We've also recently developed a connectivity package which can take any sort of line, any internet line, and broadcast it privately to TeleView devices. So this addresses the Wi-Fi issue in a couple of ways. One, it's within the same OR, so there's no shielding effect from outside the OR. And two, it provides typically very fast internet connectivity because wired internet or landlines are much faster than Wi-Fi internet. So that's another thing that we've sort of based on feedback from customers and have developed. So there are ways around slow connectivity. We've also built in some features within the software which allows you to regulate the bandwidth. So sometimes even in some areas that bandwidth is very limited, you can go from a high definition imaging to a medium definition imaging, which reduces the bandwidth consumption significantly, but the imaging is still good quality and acceptable quality. So there are ways around sort of dealing with bandwidth. We do some testing in advance. So if you're ever interested in doing all those, our technical support team or technical champions are available to support you on those topics.
Great. Thank you, Ryan.
I want to add something to Ryan, that I have the internet speed from mobile Wi-Fi is very slow in our country. Okay. So it does not support my video streaming properly. So what I did is I have a landline via fiber optic cord, and I have asked the provider to give me 100 Mbps upload speed, because what they provide is what they say for promotion of their product is that is download speed, but I need upload speed to upload my videos for my mentees. So my upload speed is 100. So when I did this, then now I do not have any problem with the internet, and I have ensured that there will be no power outage. It is connected to a UPS, so if there is power outage, there is no outage of the internet.
That's a great thing that your providers listen to you. Yeah, if we go to our telco company, say we want this,
I have seen. I am seeing there is a question.
what is the latency of the video during sharing? Depends on the internet on my side and also on the mentee side. Depending on the internet speed, usually it is real time, but sometimes it takes some milliseconds to share. What I see now, my mentee sees few milliseconds after.
Yeah, great. And the second part of that question was, can the glass users view the endoscopic images? And they absolutely can with the use of the screen view. So it's very important when other docs that are using our going through the surgical site program, they're doing, I suppose you call that open cases, where we're talking about orthopedics, right? Plastic surgery, general surgery,
neurosurgery.
Correct. They don't tend to use the the scope, so they don't need that secondary feed, right? They can put the glasses on. They have one feed. That's what they're looking at. But when you're talking about laparoscopy, and certainly our neurosurgeons, our colorectal surgeons, our urologists, our ENTs, any of those professions that are actually going inside the body cavity, we do provide a secondary feed so that they can the viewers can absolutely see that view, because that's technically the most important for that particular type of work, vascular as well. So
there is another question, the bandwidth requirement. For uploading 50 is enough, I think, but I have gone far up to 100, but 50 is adequate to upload. But download speed around 30 Mbps is enough, I think.
Yeah, our minimum requirement is about 10 to 15 megabit per second for medium definition. High definition, usually 20 to 30 is plenty of bandwidth to get it. But the higher you have it, the smoother the interaction, the lower the latency. And you could also increase the quality of video, because the M400 hardware supports up to 4K resolution. So if you really have the bandwidth, you can increase the quality, and we allow that through the software. So you can go medium definition, high definition, which is HD 1080. You can go 2K, or you can go 4K, depending on what bandwidth you have developed.
Yeah, that's an important point, Ryan, and I love that about the TeleVue software, because if I'm scrubbed in and my focus is on the patient, I really don't have the opportunity to be at the controls of the hardware and software. The glasses do work on voice command, but the surgeon is focused, and that's their priority, is the patient. And so while the software is running and the viewer is watching, right? In this case, it could be the mentor, the mentee, the viewer is watching. They're the ones that have control over the software. And like you said, they can adjust the bandwidth as they need to. And Dr. Hanan may say, just give me a few minutes. I just need to take care of something. And you could go off camera. You could go to audio only. You can pull down your bandwidth if you want to. You can also take a picture. The mentor or the person watching can take a photo, and you can go to just teach on the photo. So there's a lot of flexibility depending on when there might be a bandwidth issue, or even without being able. I love the adjustments, and that's really why TeleVue is just so superior for us, and utilizing it with our surgeons, because it really takes into account what's going on in the operating room, where the focus needs to be, and allowing the person viewing it to have full controls on their particular device to adjust, like we said, the lighting, the focus, the bandwidth pull, zooming in, zooming out, and also being able to do telestration. So if I'm watching, I can actually do telestrations and say, hey, let's take a look at this. And through the glasses, I'm actually doing those telestrations on the screen, where I might need you to look, or I might have a question about something that I see, or to make a suggestion. So like you were saying, it's really, really interactive, but I think it's important to just really kind of drive this point home that the surgeon in the environment, in that operating room, is focused on the patient and what they're doing. They don't have to bother with any of the software controls or anything else that goes on. It's as simple as putting on the glasses, or even having a PA or a scrub or a fellow or a resident wear the glasses while you're doing the training. So lots of opportunities. In one of the slides, we did show a cam view, which is a clamp camera as well. So we have the ability to do a clamp camera in lieu of or in addition to the wearable. So the more technology that's coming out, the more that we're able to share those. So anyway.
That's a great point, Marcel. Just I also like to add that in your example, that if a fellow or a resident or a PA is wearing the glasses, we can actually replicate the screen of the smart glasses, say on a tablet. So the person not wearing the glasses can still see what's going on the glasses screen from an instructional perspective. So that's also an important point.
It is. And also, yes, and to that point too, with a little maneuvering, we did say that you can have 6 people on the glasses at the same time in live mode, but you may want to push that out onto Zoom live. And so with some maneuvering, we're able to do that as well in a live environment, so that they're not necessarily watching a recorded instruction all the time. It's not nearly as interactive, but they could ask questions in real time that can be answered. So great. Well, I don't think that we have any other questions. I wanted to say Megan is going to be putting the
Dr. Rahman has his hands up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't see that. Yes, thank you very much. Okay. Dr. Rahman, welcome. I think you might be on mute, but we're happy to answer any questions. Okay, I don't know if he can hear us or not. Megan is going to go ahead, and she put some information into the chat, including our annual report. Also, you can reach out to us if you're interested in the program and interested in getting your own hardware and software to do your own training. Whether you're a trainee and you would like to, participate as a trainee or as a mentor. We just, and if you have any questions and didn't get your questions answered, there's a link in the chat. You can also go to ohana1.1. That's ohana1, ONE.one. And Dr. Rahman, I see that you came off of mute, so I want to make sure if you have a question or a suggestion, we're happy to hear it.
Someone has asked whether you will be sharing the recordings of this.
Oh, yes, we absolutely will. In fact, the entire recording will be available on our site. And then also, Maggie, I believe we send this out to everybody that registered for the webinar so that they can catch that.
Correct. There'll be to everyone who attended and to everyone who missed, we'll send out a link, and it'll also be on the Ohana website within a day or so. Wonderful. Well, yes, thank you all so much. I really want to thank the TeleView team, the Vuzix team, the Ohana team, Dr. Hassan, Dr. Saeed, but mostly Dr. Hanan. Thank you so much. The award-winning super surgeon who is just really doing such a wonderful job. It's just like we said, it's impressive. We're so happy to partner with you. We just provide the technology. You do all the work. I love that. I love that we are able to empower you to utilize the technology, but you do what you do. We don't dictate that. We're not a part of that at all. We are supporting your vision, your work, your training, your generosity to your colleagues. And that's something that we're all very proud of. So thank you so much for coming tonight and spending time with us. And we really appreciate that. Thank you,
Marcel. Thank you, Megan.
Yeah, keep up the great work.
Thank you, Ryan.
Wonderful. All right. thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Hope you have a rest of your wonderful day and good evening. And thank you again. And we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.